Hello and welcome again. It's day 12 of taking an IELTS speaking mock test from jumpinto.com, and I am the IELTS test taker Rajendra Pokhrel, and you are watching my YouTube channel UB's Flair. Without delaying, let's proceed to today's IELTS speaking mock test. Here are the questions from the part 1.
Is summer your favorite time of year?
I like all these seasons, but in particular, I like summer season because the weather is so warm and bright, and you can just go anywhere you like because you don't have to take care of the cold, and the visibility is also good because there are no fogs or huge that are covered in the that cover the surroundings. Other than that, it's quite better to travel during the summer days because you can see the mesmerizing view of the mountains or even the oceans and maybe even the snow-capped mountains. So I have to say I like the summer season, and that's my favorite.
What do you do in summer when the weather's very hot?
Well, in summer when the temperature is too hot, most of the time I just rely on open surrounding, and even it's too hot, I like to stay under the tree and take this. I prefer trees shadow rather than AC and coolers. But if the temperature is, and maybe I will just lick ice cream and go to buy some cold drinks just to chill the moment and to get rid of that sunburn. And yes, and when I travel, I use sunscreens to protect my skin from irradiations.
Do you go on holiday every summer?
Not every summer, but yeah, I do go on holidays during summer season because I already said that the temperature, because the atmosphere is quite visible and the visibility is quite good for riding in the summer season. Along with that, there are less chances of uh, falling in natural disasters like landslide or floods during summer season. So yes, so I prefer to travel during the summer season, but I don't always travel in the summer season because uh, yes, because in the rainy season also you can have some sightseeing like flowers.
Did you enjoy the summer holidays when you were at school?
I vividly remember the days during my school, and yes, I do used to enjoy the summer holidays. During that holidays we used to play some games like cricket and football, and besides that we used to go for swimming in the nearby river, and along with that we used to go for certain small hikes because there were mountains in near to our homes. So as I enjoyed the summer holidays when I was at school, and I really cherish that moment till now, and I would like to relive that moment if any time comes. Let's go on to the section 2. The section 2 is about describe a luxury item you would like to own in the future. You should say the what item you would like to own, what this item looks like, why you would like to own this item, and
Alright,
explain whether
let's
you
move
think
on
you
to
will
part
ever
2.
own this item.
You'll have 1 minute to prepare for this section. And after that, you need to speak about the given topic for up to 2 minutes. You can use the pencil and paper provided to take notes during your preparation time. The points listed on the topic card are there to help guide your talk. When you're ready to start speaking, just let me know. Now, your preparation time starts now.
Well, a luxury item that I would like to own in future is a sports car, and because I really like cars and I like to drive them, so I like to own a car in a near future. The car I like is the BMW car. It's quite expensive in Nepal, and right now I cannot afford it because its price is too high. But in the near future, when I get a good job and when I have enough savings, I would like to purchase this car and fulfill a dream of mine to ride this car and go on a race with my friends, but in a safer way. I always admired cars during since my childhood, and I always guessed the cars on the roads when I see them. And even I used to play some games with friend by standing on the bridge and looking down the cars that travel by the road, and we used to guess the brand of that car just by seeing them in the roads. So I always had a certain affection and certain inclination towards the car since my childhood. So to fulfill that dream of childhood, I want to buy a BMW car in future. Particularly talking about the BMW car, I like this car because it has a very sense and very beautiful design, and along that I like the speed and the sound it makes while roaring in the busy roaring in the streets or the racing tracks. I think I will be able to buy this car in the near future because currently I'm at 24, and if I work for like 10 to 15 years in a good company and earn enough money, and then I can buy this car because at the end it's your dream. uh, because at the end it's my dream to buy this car, and I think I will work hard to get and buy this car because one dream is the only thing that carries man to its destination. So I believe in near future I will reach my destination of buying this beautiful and amazing marvelous piece of engineering, which is a racing car of a BMW brand. Let's go to section 3. The questions are:
Which expensive items would many young people in your country like to buy?
the youngsters in my are country is aligned towards automobiles and motorcycles, so they often tend to buy motorcycles in their young age because after completing their schools they tend to they like to travel to different places with their with their friends, and they prefer to travel by on motorcycles. Even I went to a Mustang on a motorcycle because it is believed in Nepal that Mustang is a place that should be visited on a bike rather than any cars or buses, because the road and the sceneries you see from the bike is truly amazing. So due to these reasons, many people in my country often uh, often like to buy motorcycles during their young age, and it's a quite expensive it's quite expensive to buy a motorcycle and car because motorcycle in Nepal because in Nepal in no in because in Nepal motorcycles are not manufactured locally and they have to be imported from other countries like China and India. So due to the custom duties and import taxes, the prices of motorcycles go high, and they are categorized as expensive items in Nepal.
How do the expensive items younger people want to buy differ from those older people want to buy?
Well, that's a tricky question. Younger people tend to buy some gifts or maybe some gadgets and which they are gonna use in daily life, but in contrast, young old people like to buy things that are required in their home or maybe their family requires, like a young teenager will like to buy for his own, and a old person will buy a car instead, because the car will accompany mm, like our whole family. And so mm, I think the maturity decides what to buy in young age and the old age. And old age people are more centered toward the family essentials, and young peoples are mm, more centered towards buying self essential items. So that's the only thing that differs between young people and old people while buying expensive items.
Do you think people are more likely to buy expensive items for their friends or for themselves?
In most of the scenarios, expensive items are bought for personal use, in personal use, they are because expensive things have a much higher and longer product life, so they tend to use by themselves. But while gifting to others, they tend to buy some cheaper things. And so so I have to say, I think people in my country and people in my locality tend to often buy more priced or expensive things for themselves, and cheaper products for friends or to gift them. But in rare cases, I have seen some people buying expensive gifts for their friends, one of my uncle's one of my uncle's son bought a motorcycle for his friend, because that friend always wanted to ride a motorcycle. And even talking about myself, I gifted an small mobile phone for my friend, and that's also quite expensive. So it depends upon the person's attire and nature, what to gift, what to buy.
How difficult is it to become very rich in today's world?
Well, I think it's quite difficult to get rich in today's world, because the threshold to become rich has grown significantly in present time. And like, you have to own a hundred or billions of dollars to be categorized as a rich people. But you can just but and to reach that level, you have to work hard. And even, or maybe even if your family works, all of your family members work hard, then you can't even reach that threshold mark, because the competition is too high and there are a lot of people earning very much money. So I think it's quite hard to get richer in today's context.
How difficult is it to be? Do you agree that money doesn't necessarily bring happiness?
Yes, I do agree that money doesn't necessarily buy happiness. Although money helps you to buy all the desired things, all the materialistic things you require in your life, but just but happiness doesn't mean just owning that materialistic things, but it also talks about the inner happiness and the satisfaction you feel after doing something. So I think happiness is a relative term, and you may be materialistically happy, but that does not necessarily mean that you are happy by heart. Mm, so the term or definition of happy differs from person to person. Mm, so I believe that owning a large house, large mansion, or even some luxurious cars won't define your happiness level. But a person, mm, I think a person can be happy just by living in a small house with his family, rather than a man owning a mansion and living alone, because happiness is not only measured in money, but in different terms like satisfaction, well-being, their daily habits, and etc. That's it.
In what ways might rich people use their money to help society?
Well, rich people might can help society in different situations, like they can firstly they can fund some education or health services to the peoples of society who are under poverty zones, and they can't afford those as a higher education and hospital facilities on their own. And other than that, rich people can help them to buy some daily essential items, or they can build a house, or maybe old aged care home for necessary people in the society. Similarly, rich people can build a school or hospital and other accommodation facilities in the society to help poor people. Similarly, rich people can build some parks and other public places, and that will also help the society uh, in a better way, just better way. So, and other thing rich people can do is donating the money via through different so, societies and INGO and NGOs. So in this way, rich people can use his money to help society. That's it for today's session, and I got a band of 6 in speaking tax 1, maybe 6.5, 6 in tax 2, and it will be around 5.5 or 6 in tax 3. Thanks for watching.